Okay guys, the littlest llama learns about Christmas. This is a new book at the library, so if you come in, check it out. Once upon a time, Lila the little llama heard about a special day called Christmas. Nobody had ever told her about Christmas before, so she was very curious to find out more. It sounded like a fun thing. She asked some of her friends, but none of them knew much about Christmas. It's got something to do with presents, Max the monkey said. No, it's all about eating sweets, Susie the sloth told her. It's a day when humans throw baubles at each other, Cole the condor said. Lila decided she needed more information, so she traveled to a forest on the other side of the world. She had heard that all the animals there celebrated Christmas. It was a lot colder there, so she put on a blanket and a scarf. The first animal Lila met was a beaver. It had very long front teeth and was wearing a woolly jumper. What do you know about Christmas? Lila asked the beaver. It's a time of eating sweets, the beaver replied, while nibbling on her candy cane. Do you want one? Lila started eating a candy cane, but she felt she hadn't got all the answers yet. Next, Lila met a fox. It was busy writing a letter. Hello, Lila said. Can you tell me about Christmas? The fox nodded. Yes, it's when I write cards to all my friends and family. Then they send me cards back. I have 10 already. Lila quickly started writing a card to her Auntie Lynn. She missed her family even though she hadn't been gone for long. Once she found out what Christmas was, she'd go home and tell them all. Dear Auntie Lynn, I wish you a very happy Christmas, even though I'm not sure what it is yet. Lila. The little bird landed next to Lila. I hear you want to know about Christmas, the bird said. My name is Blue. Take some of these berries and follow me. Lila was confused, but she took the berry branch and followed the bird. The bird flew to a big tree and put the pretty berries on its branches. Already the tree was beginning to look very pretty. Other animals began to arrive, a hedgehog with very sharp spikes, a mouse with a woolen pink scarf, and a rabbit with a round white tail. Together the animals began to decorate the tree. They put baubles on the branches and candy canes and as many berries as they could find. It looks wonderful, the rabbit said, and clapped her paws in delight. A bit further away from the tree, a bunny was sitting behind a mountain of presents. What are you doing? Lila asked, putting a bow on her head. I'm wrapping presents for all my friends, the bunny explained. It's my favorite thing about Christmas, giving presents. Lila nodded. She thought she understood now. Christmas is all about candy, canes, cards, trees, and presents, she said with a proud smile. She was disappointed when her new friends shook their head. It's about spending time with your friends, the hedgehog said. About preparing the tree together, the bird chirped. About giving gifts to each other, the bunny explained. About sharing sweets with friends, the beaver said. That makes sense, the llama cheered. Now I understand what Christmas is about. After saying goodbye to the animals, who'd helped her, Lila jumped on the next plane back home. She was going to celebrate with her friends, even if they didn't have a tree or baubles or candy canes. After all, that's what Christmas was all about. Just Merry Christmas. That's a good book. Llama, Llama, Loose Tooth Drama. Llama, Llama books are my favorite. Llama, Llama, normal day, learn at school outside to play. Milk and sandwich, yummy lunch, Llama, Llama's tooth goes crunch. Friends are talking, eating, giggling, Llama, Llama's tooth is wiggling. Push it out and show to friends, push and pull it, show again. Wiggle, waggle, kind of fun, show to Mama when she comes. Push and pull it all about when little Llama's tooth came out. Mama says it won't be long, soon she thinks, unless she's wrong. One sets out and all are sleeping, the fairy comes when you are dreaming. If Llama's tooth comes out today, tonight she'll take the tooth away. Wait a minute, what's that now? She takes the tooth, she does that how? She comes at night when you're in bed, she lifts the pillow, moves your head. All those teeth from all his friends, what does the fairy do with them? Is it fun or is it scary? Just who exactly is this fairy? The fairy's great, she's kind and funny. She takes your tooth and leaves your money. She takes the old tooth and she pays. Llama thinks that sounds okay. If that's what this is all about, then Llama wants the loose tooth out. Grandma and Grandpa are here for supper. Llama gives his tooth a flutter. Grandpa says, when I was 4, we tie a string and shut the door. All it takes is one big push. The tooth will pop out with a whoosh. Grandma frowns and shakes her head. Let us try this trick instead. Take an apple, chew it, crunch it, bite it hard and munch, munch, munch it. Llama grits and grinds and gobbles, Llama's tooth just wiggle, wobbles. Dinner's over, wave goodnight, everything will be all right. The tooth will come out, don't you worry, the fairy's not in any hurry. Time for bath and lots of bubbles, then PJs on without much trouble. Squeeze some toothpaste on the brush, slide up and down, swish, swash, swash. Move that loose tooth move. Make that loose tooth move, sorry guys. Oh no, where is that tooth? Where did it go? Is it somewhere on the floor, on the table, by the door? Was it thrown out, or maybe worse, what if it fell in Grandma's purse? It's gone, it's lost, is this allowed? What, oh what will happen now? Will the fairy still bring a treat, or will she leave it down the street? A piece of corn looks like a tooth, but that's not telling her the truth. Mama thinks of something better. Write the fairy a truthful letter. Mama kisses Llama's head. Put the note beside the bed. The fairy gets no tooth to keep. Llama Llama falls asleep. All right, guys, one more. Maple and Willow's Christmas tree. Maple and Willow love winter. Winter brought snow and also Christmas. Getting ready for Christmas was hard work. Maple and Willow didn't mind. This year, Maple and Willow were getting a real Christmas tree. Choosing the right tree was the hardest work of all. But when the work was done, the girls were convinced their Christmas tree was the best Christmas tree. Looks like a pretty good one in the whole wide world. The tree just fit inside the door. It's perfect, said Willow. I'm so glad we got rid of our fake tree, and it's my year to put the star on top. You look like Rudolph, said Willow. Why is your nose so red? Achoo! Maple sneezed all afternoon. Oh my, maybe you are allergic to the Christmas tree, Willow said. I hope not, Maple said. But when the girls went outside to play, Maple stopped sneezing. Uh-oh. Back inside the house, Maple's sneezing started all over again. She really was allergic to the Christmas tree, so the tree couldn't stay inside. At least we have an outside tree, said Maple. I wish you weren't allergic to Christmas, said Willow. I'm not allergic to Christmas, said Maple, just Christmas trees. While getting ready for bed, Maple said, Willow, I'm sorry I ruined Christmas. I'm sorry you ruined Christmas too, said Willow. That night, Willow couldn't fall asleep. Willow felt sad about the Christmas tree. She felt even worse for hurting Maple's feelings. Then Willow got an idea. Getting ready for her idea was hard work. Willow didn't mind. When all the work was done, Willow decided to wake up Maple and show her the big surprise. And there in the living room stood the best Christmas tree ladder in the whole wide world. It's perfect, said Maple. I know, said Willow, and she handed Maple the star to place on top. The end.